Hello, this is Jean Lopez. This is week 5 of the semester. Last week you had an exam. I hope everyone did well. I thought I would go ahead and take time this week to talk about math test taking tips. Now that you have an idea of how Dr. McHale tests, I thought it would be good to review some of these skills, especially if you didn't do as well as you wanted to on the test last week. I'm going to go fairly quickly through these. Repetition is important in math. We have a tool in StatCrunch and MyLabs Plus. You can use a similar question functionality, view an example functionality. All that really helps you to understand why it is you're doing what you're doing. Dr. McHale also has worksheets for each chapter that will help you point you to the specific method you should use to solve the problem. So you need to make sure you fill out those worksheets completely. Also that you read all of her information on the website, because she tries to accent and highlight important information. Obviously, you practice problems with various levels of difficulty. You try to solve the problem on your own first, then look for the answer. You can mix up the order of questions so that you're practicing how to recognize when you're using a certain method. Number 6, we don't really use with MathLabs Plus or StatCrunch, since the formulas are really embedded in there. But for your other math classes, this could be important, as well as writing down key formulas before you start the exam. I've always done that when I've had to take a test that's not computer-based, because you're freshest when you first start the exam. So write down the formulas so that you make sure they're correct, because once you're in the middle of the exam and you're getting mentally tired and you're trying to recall a formula, sometimes you can recall it incorrectly. 8 is very important. Read the directions carefully and don't forget to answer all the parts of the question. That's just so important. Just really focus on what they're asking you to do. You can make an initial estimate for your answer so that you know whether or not your resulting solution is in the ballpark. Show all your work. You know now that Dr. McHale uses a lot of essay questions, so answer the question as completely as possible. Even if you don't know the answer, take a shot. Don't erase any of your work because you think it might be wrong. Again, just try and take a shot. And then the last one is, now that you have had a test with Dr. McHale, you know how she tests, try and pace yourself so that you have maybe about 5 minutes to go over the exam before you actually click the submit button. So I hope that helps. Hope everybody did well last week, and we will talk with you next week.